Camera rolling and action.
यार जब हमारे पेरेंट्स की जनरेशन इमेजिन मोटरसाइकिल्स they thought about mileage, comfort, safety कि पॉइंट A से पॉइंट B ठीक ठाक पहुंच जाए. But when we thought of motorcycles, हमें कुछ और चाहिए था.
ऑफिस और घर के कम्यूट के बाहर a world had opened up. A new playground was waiting, which meant new toys. We just didn't want to go from one place to another. We wanted the thrill of the chase.
Two wheels that took us on new explorations. We remixed, we reinvented, we burnt out, and sometimes we wiped out. But you know what? We always got back on our rides and took off. जहाँ वो हमें ले चले.
Birdie tells me that
The millennium had changed and India was restless. Around us, technology was changing and fast. There was a youthful energy in the country. There was a thirst for more. On the motorcycle front, India was a little thaka hua until a few nurses discovered something phenomenal.
For me, I felt like it was such an iconic bike. Like when you look at its fuel tank, it was sculpted so well, you know. I remember looking at these two-stroke engine bikes and then suddenly there's like a four-stroke in the market and good muscular, you know. It was riding as beautiful as it looked actually.
Dude, मेरे को नहीं पता ये सब चीजें. I was around 18 when these bikes were coming out. Can drive, had a driving license, can ride motorcycles, and this is the kind of motorcycle that I wanted to ride. It had the power. It was, you know, it was just a round headlight, and that time light, powerful, so you could pop a wheelie.
Yeah.
Just this new brashness was coming out in me, and the kind of riding style, very street, very edgy, and that's what the bike did for me. And it was not, you know, the specs and all. These days we look into it a lot and you know there's a lot, but at that time you looked at a bike and you're like, "Mujhe to ye bike chahiye yaar." What about you?
I believe that rock music and biking go hand in hand. Whenever I used to compete, I used to always see those Pulsar bikes on stage, you know. And because they used to be a part of all college concerts and everything, Pulsar used to be there. And the style of being a rebel and expressing yourself. And I think at that point of time, it inculcated a culture, which was more important.
You know, you're talking about expression, and one of the best things about these bikes are also the ads. Yeah. Their ads are not like a guy coming back in this thing saying, "Chalo, hum sab ek saath chalte hain." Even the company believed in what we were all talking about at that time.
But it was definitely male at that time, and it is not anymore. So
I don't know what she's talking about.
2 years later, India was picking up pace. The face of Bollywood was changing. Audiences were changing. Styles were changing. We were looking at global influences. हमारे aspirations बढ़ गए थे. On the biking front, the Pulsar had both critical and commercial acclaim on its side. The first generation sold massively and was arguably the best thing on two wheels in India. Until it wasn't anymore. And by next year, it was upgraded into a beast. This was the second generation offered with Bajaj's digital twin spark ignition technology, DTSI for short. It had twin spark plugs in each cylinder, which led to better power and better mileage. In terms of the design, instead of the rounded front, we had the headlight fairings. The superior handling became even better in this Pulsar with the Nitrox twin shock absorbers.
2003, my college had just finished और मैं जा रहा था फौज में. सारे एग्जाम्स क्लियर हो गए थे, पार्टियाँ हो गई थी, लड्डू बढ़ चुके थे. But I changed my life in 2003 because I was chasing a bike. उस टाइम पर ना, it was just this new age of the youth that wanted to disrupt. हर चीज़ का जो अभी प्रॉपर करियर्स बन चुके हैं, म्यूजिशियंस, डीजेस, skateboarders, जिनको हम सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, मोटरसाइकिल राइडर्स, स्टंट राइडर्स, वो उस जनरेशन में 2003-2004 में people were risking everything to just do it for passion.
2003, I was growing up as an inquisitive kid in the cultural capital of our country, Calcutta, and I was seeing a lot of television. I was following English music because I can still remember a lot of English music used to play late night. I used to listen to Rage Against the Machine, System of a Down. I used to be in the rock culture like really deep. I used to watch movies as well, and around that time, if I remember correctly, roadies has started, to come on TV, and that is when I could see for the first time bikes and reality shows coming together to forge new youth icons, the icons that I want to see, that I relate to, and it was super cool to see them.
Cut to 2007 and India is leaping ahead. The Dhoni generation had come of age. Thrill and India's affair with it was now a global phenomenon. However, India still had a need for speed.
It had an aggressive stance, front fairing, and a really funky looking headlamp. We had a 220cc engine now, which meant a lot of power. And also dual disc brakes, which was really something that was unheard of at that time.
This is 2010, 9-10, Stunt Mania Underground it was called. So everything was underground, and the best stunters were called from across the country. And by this time, 2 seasons happened, and I was there now. I was doing stunts against them, sometimes with them, and so I was doing most of the stunts also. And I was riding the 220 DTSI, or there were times when I'm full throttle going towards a car, and before I reach the car, either I'll hit it. There was going to be a blast and the car flies. So there's like and going under it. It was crazy. And I had to really trust the bike, and me and the bike had a relationship for those days. But I rode the same bike. I was like spending time, and I would ride it home, get it back, so that I knew kitna brake marunga, kitna kahan jayega, kitna drift, all of that.
Yeah.
Good times.
When I was actively, participating, and when I decided for myself that I want to be a musician, people would be, if I say that I want to take music seriously, people would laugh.
Yeah.
And it's the same time, if in that moment in time when people would say that, okay, I want to be a professional stunt rider, people would say that, what are you doing? I mean, like, is this even a profession?
Career bhi hai ki nahi?
Yeah, career bhi hai ki nahi? Paise
And
milenge ki
especially
nahi?
in
Yeah.
India,
Especially,
Yeah.
absolutely. And what happened, I mean, like, after Pulsar, after shows like Stunt Mania, I think, people can actually proudly say that, that I want to become a stunt writer, or this is my profession.
Yeah, it opened the path to adventure also. People started going out more, traveling more, and just this whole stunt scene also taking it seriously as a
Absolutely.
profession.
Pulsar में मैंने देखा ही नहीं कि ऐसे 4 की family बैठी हो. This is one of those first bikes,
Yeah.
which was not a family bike.
It was a fun bike. You couldn't like before this. It was all utility. Office जा रहे, घर जा रहे, यहाँ से
like,
market.
इसके
When
पीछे-
this came, people were out to have fun.
Yeah,
Or
true
picking
that.
up girlfriends,
Yeah.
girlfriends
Yeah.
picking up boyfriends.
Trying to impress the girls
This
and
is
all
one
of
those-
that.
This
Yeah.
is one of those bikes also
Yeah.
where the girls who started riding were like, पता है मेरे पास कौन सी bike है? And you, before you say anything, Pulsar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, दीदी, मान गए आपकी बात.
These days, a lot of lady bikers are out there
Yeah.
and they're traveling alone. Like I know people who are traveling solo all around the world. So it's definitely changing, I myself, when I go for my auditions for shoots and all, I go on my motorcycle. It's something that I live with, and it has made me very independent and very confident. Tomorrow I can just pick up my bike, go anywhere.
Nights I got them, breaking my back to make it out, got me feeling like rain. I ain't never need your help, I know you wishing me well. A penny for your thoughts, but seeing no change. I snap for the sun like Diddy, the riches got a mad ass son. I'm like Billy, I ain't never switch up, whole team with me. But known for my city like OAGZ. Set the pace as long as you finish. Consumers find a way inside your business. Grab a lift, they try to dabble in it, and they hate the fact that they may have to witness. You try to aim for the top like this, and you're in your element with a fire like this, and they hoping you fall and they praying you miss, but it's all in the risk. I got you with the switch, you know.
The millennial generation was coming into their own and making sure their voices were heard. It was time to strip back and reinvent the wheel. Inspired by the legendary German motorcycle designer Edgar Heinrich, the Pulsar had another launch up its sleeve.
That mean I'm about to give it out right now. You see what's coming down the line, I never pipe down. I give 100% of me, trying to stun on my enemies. In my element, as crazy as that might sound. I'm in my element, ooh, yeah. I'm in my element, ooh, yeah. I'm in my element, I'm in my element, ooh, yeah. I'm in my element, ooh, yeah. I'm in my element, ooh, yeah. Keep that same energy. I'm in my element.
There was something ruthless and unapologetic about these. It had a liquid-cooled engine, a 6-speed gearbox, and literally the best handling.
The NS stood for Naked Sports. 23 bhp of power was married to a bike with a monoshock suspension and this frame. It is a weapon of choice for bikers who broke national records and became a legend in itself, lovingly called the Naked Wolf.
These beauties were not just a rage in India. Exports of the 200 NS first began in Indonesia before Bajaj began selling it in other Asian countries. और उसके साथ we went international.
Bajaj took the bull by its horns and announced a fully fed bike, touted the fastest Indian. I think this bike now, when it came out, for me, that whole awesomeness about the fully fed bikes, the super bikes had left the building for me, because by that time the super bikes had come into India, and just because the bike's fully fed didn't mean that, oh, it's a cool bike. This was made for people who were aspiring for that big bike, you know, and was within their reach. You didn't have to really take personal loans and buy that super bike. You could now get a bike that has got good performance, attractive to look at. People who are sitting behind also feel excited. It's got that elevation, yet the comfort, the riding position was not like none of those super bikes. It's still comfortable. You're sitting upright. It's easy, and you could do long rides on this. And this one looks like Bumblebee from the front.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think, I don't know whether this is intended by the company, but you know the subcultures that were coming up, sneakers, superheroes and all, it really fit in there, the Transformers look. And what it also did was that it enhanced the same engine because of the aerodynamics. So the fairing was not a show-off fairing.
If you look at the design, what I think in street culture is very important to stand out. It has that presence, got that quirkiness.
By this time, in the country, there were also a lot of influencers who were bike influencers, and a lot of vlogging was happening. YouTubers who became like big because of their solo trips or a few of them together. Because usse pehle trips hone shuru ho gaye the. But this is when now there has to be Instagram photographs. So with this, they'll also wear the yellow sneakers. Even their bike leathers would be black and yellow. You know, that was the time when this came out, because so I think the company must have thought, yeah, let's have a bike that even if you don't own, it's Instagrammable.
And I feel the bike did make a statement. So anybody who actually owned it felt like they were making
pops.
a
In a
statement.
photograph, this bike definitely pops.
It's actually an engineering marvel from Bajaj to be able to build a bike when at 2002, when the first generation came out, till date, it's been functioning so well. The engine has only become better, and so has the bike, and you still see these Pulsars on the road.
Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
Man, when we were riding these bikes, we were just having fun and just doing our thing. I never thought that these will be such iconic bikes in this country. And they've done such a great job, because every generation had at least one of these Pulsars that they could connect with at that time. And in a way, they've been the heartbeat of this nation for such a long time.
These may look like beautiful pieces of machinery, but they've actually redefined the essence of motorcycling. And they've opened a new path for the new generation.
In life, I believe in one thing: to express and not impress. Honestly, it wasn't about the speed or the thrill. It was about self-expression, experimentation, and freedom. It carried the dreams of those of us who dared to break the mold, embrace the untamed rhythm of the road.
And now it's your turn. A new generation of Pulsars for a new generation of riders. We've had a great day, man.
Yep.
I want to do another ride.
Let's go
Absolutely,
for it.
let's go for it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Dibs on. I'm going to go with that.
Mine's the Bumblebee.
Let's do it.